this is really great. I mean, I think the question of whether or not we should be afraid of other cultures or other religions even, is one that, it's funny because I grew up in that culture that told me don't interact with those people because it might rub off on you, or and I tell you what, in the evangelical world we really suffer from the effects of fear, and it's ironic because one of the biggest commands of Scripture is do not fear. I think one of the reasons why Jesus is so adamant about that, the fact that we should not fear, is because when you fear, you are not trusting God. When you fear, you lack faith. So faithfulness, being filled with faith, should be able to take you into any arena and be a witness. And one I really love to use as my model is actually Paul himself, who went into the Areopagus. He went into this area of the city. I believe it was in Rome, or maybe it was in Ephesus, but it was this place where there were lots of different, they debated lots of different things, and there were all kinds of idols and gods that were standing around and that people would worship. And he had no fear. He entered into that place and he looked at one of their idols and he said, oh look, this is it's the idol to the unknown God. Well, let me tell you about what that God's name is. That God has a name. That God's name is Jesus. And let me tell you about that God and what he's done for you. So there was no fear in Paul in interacting with people who had not the same faith as he had, not at all. And even interacting with their religious idols and teaching them about their own religious idols. So I think that what I've found is that as you are authentic, in your faith, in any setting, and then what you do is you don't hide yourself from the world, and you don't hide from the world. You come out, you are yourself in the middle of the public square with your genuine, authentic faith. That is attractive, and it's rare. And especially if it's a faith that is characterized by love, not fear. See, the funny thing is that the Scripture, and one of the greatest commands, actually the greatest command in Scripture, Jesus tells us, is to love God with all of our heart, mind, soul, and strength, and then to love our neighbor as ourselves. So at the heart of the good news, at the heart of Jesus's good news, is love. And so as we come into the public square, and love is the thing that characterizes all of our interactions with our neighbors, that in itself is a huge witness. And it begins to heal the damage that our fear has caused and our fear-mongering has caused in the public square. So my call and my hope for the church over the next century is that we would learn to love and not fear.